How to reduce stress quickly, backed by science. Stress is an evolutionary survival mechanism designed to protect the human body from immediate physical danger. When the brain perceives a threat, the hypothalamus triggers an alarm system that prompts the adrenal glands to release a surge of hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol. While this fight or flight response was essential for our ancestors outrunning predators, the modern world triggers this same physiological cascade in response to non-life-threatening events like traffic jams, work emails, or financial worries. Chronic activation of this stress response can lead to severe health consequences, including hypertension, weakened immunity, and cognitive decline. Fortunately, because the stress response is a biological process, it can be interrupted using specific, science-backed physiological interventions that signal the nervous system to return to a state of equilibrium and calm. Today we will talk about how to reduce stress quickly, backed by science. So, before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. The physiological sigh, the fastest way to calm the nervous system. One of the most effective science-backed methods to reduce stress in real time is the physiological sigh, popularized by neurobiologists like Dr. Andrew Huberman. This breathing pattern is something humans and animals do spontaneously when they're stressed or falling asleep. It involves a double inhale through the nose, a deep breath followed by a tiny, sharp secondary inhale to fully inflate the alveoli, air sacs in the lungs, followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth. When we are stressed, the air sacs in our lungs tend to collapse, causing carbon dioxide to build up in the bloodstream. The double inhale pops these sacs back open, and the long exhale efficiently removes the excess CO2, utilizing the dive reflex and cold water immersion. If you find yourself in a state of high arousal, stress, or panic, one of the quickest biological hacks is the mammalian dive reflex. This is an innate response triggered when the face is submerged in cold water. When the nerves in your face, specifically the trigeminal nerve, sense a significant drop in temperature, the brain sends an immediate signal to the heart to slow down, bradycardia, and to the peripheral blood vessels. You don't need a full ice bath. Simply splashing ice-cold water on your face, or holding a cold compress to your eyes and cheekbones for 30 seconds can force your heart rate to drop. Progressive muscle relaxation and somatic release. Stress often manifests as physical tension that we don't even realize we are holding. Progressive muscle relaxation, PMR, is a technique developed by physician Edmund Jacobson in the early 1920s, based on the premise that mental calmness is a natural result of physical relaxation. The practice involves tensing a specific muscle group, such as your shoulders or fists, as hard as you can for 5 seconds, and then suddenly releasing that tension while exhaling. This contrast allows the brain to recognize the difference between tension and relaxation. By moving through the body from the toes to the forehead, you systematically flush the physical manifestations of cortisol out of your muscles. The power of non-sleep deep rest, NSDR, and Yoga Nidra. When stress feels overwhelming, the brain often enters a state of high-frequency beta waves. To reduce stress quickly, you need to transition the brain into alpha or theta waves, which are associated with deep relaxation and creativity. Non-sleep deep rest, NSDR, or Yoga Nidra, is a guided practice that leads the listener through a body scan and intentional breathing. Unlike meditation, which requires active focus, NSDR is a passive process that allows the nervous system to enter a state of liminal rest. Research indicates that just 20 minutes of NSDR can replenish dopamine levels in the brain and provide the equivalent restorative benefits of several hours of sleep. Nature exposure and the fractal effect. The human brain is biologically wired to respond to the geometry of nature. Science has discovered that natural environments are filled with fractals, complex, repeating patterns found in trees, clouds, and waves. When the eye views these patterns, it triggers a relaxation response in the parahippocampus, a part of the brain involved in emotional regulation. This is often referred to as soft fascination. Even a 40-second micro break spent looking at a park or greenery can significantly reduce cortisol levels. Furthermore, the sounds of nature, such as flowing water or birdsong, have been shown to shift the brain from an outward-focused task mode to an inward focus and recover from the directed attention fatigue that characterizes modern stress. Forest bathing and phytoncides, the chemistry of calm. Beyond the visual and auditory benefits of nature, there is a chemical component to stress reduction known as Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. Trees and plants emit organic compounds called phytoncides to protect themselves from insects and rot. When humans breathe in these compounds, it has a direct effect on our immune system and stress levels. Studies conducted in Japan have shown that spending time in a forest environment significantly increases the activity of natural killer NK cells and decreases the concentration of cortisol in the blood. Even if you cannot get to a forest, using essential oils like hinoki or cedarwood can provide a mild version of this effect. The impact of magnesium and nutritional support. Nutritionally, stress is a magnesium burner. When you're stressed, your body excretes magnesium at a higher rate. And since magnesium is responsible for over 300 biochemical reactions, including the regulation of the nervous system, this deficiency creates a vicious cycle. Lower magnesium levels make you more reactive to stress, which then burns more magnesium. Supplementing with magnesium glycinate or eating magnesium-rich foods like dark chocolate, spinach, and pumpkin seeds can help dampen the excitability of the nervous system. Additionally, limiting caffeine during periods of high stress is crucial. Caffeine mimics the effects of adrenaline. Conclusion: building a resilient mindset. Reducing stress quickly is about having a diverse first aid kit of physiological tools. While you cannot always control the external events of your life, you have absolute control over your physiological response to them. By practicing the physiological sigh, utilizing cold exposure, and ensuring your body has the nutritional and rest requirements it needs, you build autonomic flexibility. This is the ability to move between states of high alert and deep relaxation with ease. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.